Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Geraldine, and in today's video, I am going to talk about what you can do not as a side hustle. This is if you are serious of starting a online service-based business and what you need to do to get started. Over the past couple of days, I have seen so many videos on my YouTube feed that talk about, 4 side hustles that make you $900 a day, or the side hustle that will make you this amount in a month. Don't get me wrong, I like the idea of a side hustle, right? And this is for someone who probably goes to school, or they have maybe a career or a full-time job that they really like. But if you are serious and want to start an online business and really build something for you, like a serious business owner, not just a side hustle, then highly recommend that you go into the online service provider route. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what a service provider is, some of the things that they do, and why I think this is a good business model if you want to either be a solopreneur, kind of like a freelancer, contractor, and do something for yourself. Because later on, let's say within a couple of years, you can grow your team, grow your business, and either convert it into a agency style, or you can have people that work with you, like team members that support you and your clients, so you're able to handle on more clients, do consulting, do coaching after you have done this for a while, and launch your own personal course. I mean, there's so many opportunities with this. Let's just say you create a planner and you sell it on Amazon. But if you think about it, thousands of people are probably doing this side hustle. So it's going to be really hard for you to market it and stand out from all of the other planners that are on Amazon. So let's get started. So I talked a little bit about why I'm not such a huge fan of a side hustle. I know what it is. I know that it'll benefit some people, but if you're serious of starting a online service-based business, I highly recommend that you go this route if you want to create it could be a small business, right? It's like a small business owner. And there's so many things that you can do. I started off as a virtual assistant, and this is, after being in healthcare for 7 years. And I just felt that, from my experience in healthcare, maybe I can work with online health coaches or fitness coaches, or something in that line, since I had some of that background experience. And once you start diving into the services that you can offer as a freelancer or a contractor, then you start learning more about the online space, you start learning more about your ideal client, who you would like to work with, and all of that. Now, so there is, in my opinion, not a huge difference between a freelancer or a contractor. I think that, depending on the services that you are offering, you can call yourself either or, because at the end of the day, you will be getting hopefully a 1099 for your business when you file taxes and all of that. So for me, myself, I call myself a contract because I work with business owners. Most of the time it's for long term. That's the relationship that I like to create and be in, rather than getting like a web designer that's like a typical freelancer, a web designer. They'll get a client, do their website, maybe takes 2 to 3 months, and then they move on to another client. Sometimes they handle, multiple web designs at the same time, and they have that consistent, clientele. So that's what I think the difference is between a freelancer and a contractor. As a service-based business provider, you'll more likely fall into the contractor role because you want to have some sort of contract with your clients, to have that long-term, not just relationship, but that consistent income coming in. I see a lot of people who offer services in the online space have a 3-month agreement. Some do, no contracts, but definitely establish some sort of timeline with their clients. Now, when it comes to starting your own online business, I think it's so important if you were to focus on one specific skill set. So for example, I started off as a virtual assistant, and then after working with a couple of clients, I knew that I wanted to lean more towards the online business manager role. So it's being more of that director of operations person, helping with hiring team members, managing the team, looking at, sales and marketing and all that. So it's like that day-to-day overview. And I really like that. So based off of my skills, I knew what I needed to work on to perfect, or at least, try and master those skills so I can promote my services with those skills. So for example, after being in the online space for over, I think 4 years now, I have learned so many skills when it comes to the tech side of it, so that integrator role, but also the operational side of things. So it's like the day-to-day of running a business. And I got certified as a director of operations. I have taken courses on, all these different tech tools and softwares, and I just keep building up those skills. So let's say, for example, if you are a virtual assistant and you really like the content creation of it, or at least like writing, copywriting, things like that, you can focus on those skills and then just start skill stacking with other skills that complement each other. So you can take a writing course, you can learn about sales pages and doing copywriting for that, or copywriting for websites, or content creation for social media, writing blog posts, all of that. So just anything that has to do with writing. So there are a lot of benefits when you focus on a specific set of skills. I'm not going to tell you which ones to focus on, but I do have a free guide that you can download below, and it's the top 10 skills that pay online. All of that information is in the description. And the reason why I feel like there's so many opportunities in the online space as a service-based business or service provider is because there's so many, businesses that you can work with, so many personalities, so many coaches, consultants, creators that you can work with. And when you start working with these different businesses, different companies, you'll start to learn that you like to work more with creators or more with consultants, or it could be, fitness coaches if you're into wellness, things like that, or even nutritionists. One thing that I have been noticing is that a lot of healthcare professionals, whether they are a therapist, a nutritionist, even lawyers and real estate agents, are moving into the online space and creating some business for themselves. So for example, therapists, they have their own practice, but they are slowly moving into that hybrid business model where they see patients in office, but also have patients all over the country where they can get on a call, like a Zoom call, and deliver that service. So there's so many opportunities. You can work with so many amazing business owners or just online professionals. And I think that if you have a specific skill that these business owners need, then you will have no problem finding your people, your community, and these amazing clients. And lastly, like I mentioned in the beginning, if you are serious about creating something for yourself, let's say you're a stay-at-home parent, or you recently got laid off, or you want to transition from a 9-to-5 that you just hate, that you are not happy to be in, but it pays the bills, then starting a online service-based business is a great opportunity, and the learning curve can be really short or long. But I would say within 60 to 90 days, you are able, again, this all depends on the type of person you are, if you are an action taker, if you make things happen, or if you move a lot slower because you want to be cautious, then I'd say within 60 to 90 days, you can start a service-based business in the online space and get your first client. Trust me, because that's what happened to me. When I started, I just went all in, and within 30 days I had my first client, and they were a local real estate investor, so I was able to meet with them on a monthly basis, and it was a lot of hands-on experience, which I really enjoyed. So if you're really serious about creating a online service-based business and not just a side hustle, stick around, because next week I'm going to talk about a service that you can offer based off of the skill that you want to learn or focus on, and you can make a lot of money and not spend a lot of time with clients. So if you like this video, definitely stick around for the next one, and don't forget to download my 10 skills that pay down below. The link is in the description, and let me know if you have any specific questions about starting a online service-based business. Thank you guys again so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate you being here, and I will see you next week. Thank you.